Hi and welcome to Drummers Review. I'm Nolly, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some Paiste 2002 extreme crashes. Paiste's 2002 range dates back to the early 1970s, when rock drummers needed more powerful cymbals in order to be able to compete with the high and increasing volume of rock music at the time. New for 2019, Paiste have launched these extreme crashes, which are designed to take things even further with more brightness and more volume, as well as more durability. The extreme crashes are handmade out of B8 bronze like the rest of the 2002 range, and they're available in 18-inch, 19-inch and 20-inch sizes, all of which we have here today for review. Pricing-wise, the 18-inch lists at £305, the 19-inch at £330, while the 20-inch comes in at £354, though we have seen online retailers selling for a fair bit cheaper than this. It's always nice to be able to review gear that has a very specific purpose, and it certainly feels like Paiste have a distinct goal in mind with these cymbals. Let's hear them a bit more before we discuss how we got on. Visually, these cymbals have that striking 2002 look, with the rose-coloured tinge to the B8 bronze, combined with the red logos for a distinct look that you don't really see in other high-end cymbals. While they're definitely not skinny, they also don't feel overly heavy in weight either, though if you try to flex them, you'll find that they're really quite rigid. Once we heard them in action, it was instantly clear that these are cymbals that need to be hit with high intensity to get the best out of them. It's only when you hit them at full strength that they start to open up. But once they do, you get all of that volume and cut that Paiste claim. As a set, these cymbals had a unified character that's bright, lively and full of overtones. There's a very long sustain that carries a lot of low end with it. At the same time, they've got enough variation in tone and pitch to be easily distinguishable. The 19-inch stood out to us as probably the most balanced of the bunch, where the 18-inch is perhaps a little bit too high-pitched to work as a main crash, though it would make a good secondary crash for fast accents, while the low voice of the 20-inch creates a huge wash of energy that doesn't necessarily cut through the mix all that well. Obviously, these aren't subtle, pretty or versatile sounding cymbals, and in the studio you might find that the extra volume actually creates more problems than it solves, but for their intended use of cutting through loud amplified instruments in a live context, they could be just the ticket. While these are quite pricey crashes, one major aspect to bear in mind is the advertised durability, which could be a huge bonus for players who are used to regularly destroying crashes and could drive up their value for money once you factor in the cost of buying replacement cymbals over time. With that said, I think you'd have to be a fan of the 2002 sound to consider going for these crashes, because there are similarly loud offerings from other major manufacturers that are made out of B20 and or hand-hammered and come in around a similar price or even cheaper. Overall, we're feeling a little bit conflicted about these cymbals, to be honest, so we'd love to know what you think. Do leave us a comment with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you next time at Drummers Review.